My name is John Melvin. Sexual violence is a problem that plagues the entire United States. This is a problem that many legislators throughout history have tried to address, and yet we still haven't found a successful solution to this problem. According to U.S. News, Amsterdam has 9.2 sexual assaults or rapes for every 100,000 people in the country. But according to the UN Women, Help for UN Women, the United States has 27.3 sexual assaults per 100,000 people. That's about 3 times the amount of sexual assaults in our country. Well, what is Amsterdam doing differently that we're not doing here? There's a simple answer to this. They have legalized prostitution. Prostitution, according to Merriam-Webster, is the practice of engaging in sexual favors or acts in exchange for money. This is regarded as the world's oldest tradition and is something that has been around in pretty much every society throughout time. Right now, in the United States, according to laws.org, prostitution is illegal in every state and county, save for a few in the Nevada area. Well, why is it illegal for us? Prostitution poses several major benefits that could help not only reduce the rates of sexual violence and assaults to women all across the country, but a myriad and plethora of other benefits that could help everyone, even those not participating or engaging in said activities. According to Business Insider, legalizing prostitution can help reduce the rate of murders for women by up to 18 times. That's hundreds of thousands of lives that are being saved every year by making one simple thing legal. According to procon.org, prostitution can also be a great source of tax revenue for the entire country. Whether or not you're using a brothel or engaging in sexual activities, you can still benefit from the tax revenue and what that can provide for everyone in the country. New schools, new roads, the education system, and benefits for those less fortunate than yourself can all be provided because of the additional revenue to the government and to the states if we were just to legalize it. According to PartnerNow.com, legalizing prostitution can also help reduce the spread of STDs. Right now, prostitution still occurs whether or not we want to admit it, but legalizing it can help in the regulation of it throughout the entire country and help make it safer for everyone. Because at brothels, condom use is enforced and there are weekly and monthly checks for STDs, it reduces the spread of it and people who would otherwise be engaging in the same activity but without the additional protection. This is a benefit that helps everyone, and STDs that are obtained from prostitutes right now can be spread far beyond those that are engaging in the act. This is another benefit that we need to consider that can help our society and help everyone who lives here. Now, there are a lot of objections to the legalization of prostitution, and many people are very skeptical of doing so. According to the Catholic Education Resource Center, prostitution, when engaging in sexual acts in prostitution, men remove women's humanity. It's said that engaging in prostitution reduces women to mere objects and not actual people. Now, it's understandable with the religious basis where this thought process is coming from, but it's simply incorrect. It's completely voluntary, and actually legalizing prostitution can help reduce human trafficking in our country and around the world. This makes it more voluntary for women, and men can engage in it too. It's not a gender-specific job or occupation. Along with that, because it's more regulated and there's laws and governmental protections in place, it also helps protect those that are in the profession. Right now, if a prostitute is assaulted or murdered, there's no laws in place that will protect them or seek any sort of retribution. They're considered criminals in the eyes of the law and the eyes of society, and so they don't deserve any protection from all of us. Now, that's just wrong. In dire circumstances, sometimes people don't have another choice, and that's what they resort to. And that's on us to extend our protection, not only from society, but from a legal standpoint to help protect them. They're not criminals. Oftentimes, they're just people trying to care for themselves or care for their families. How can we think it's okay to push them away or shun them for doing what it takes to survive? So, any sort of moral objections from the Catholic Church or from any organization or people they're simply misfounded. Along with that, many people object and think that it'll actually increase the rates of sexual violence and decrease the sanctity of marriage and other things like that. Well, it's understandable where that thought process is coming from, but that also is incorrect. It can actually serve to strengthen marriages, because instead of seeking affairs or sexual satisfaction from people that they know or people that they're close with, it's possible for them to go through a third party that there's no emotional attachment to. This can help reduce the emotional hurt between partners, and this can actually serve to strengthen marriages and help them last longer and help reduce the divorce rates. Along with that, we can consider them governmental employees and serve to give act to give them benefits. According to the Independent, in Spain, prostitutes are granted the same benefits as governmental employees. That means they get a pension, they get health care, they get everything that, say, police officers, firefighters, teachers, all employees of that manner. It gives them the same protections, and that's what they deserve. This can help them be able to raise happy families, and it can serve to eliminate a lot of the social taboo that surrounds the whole thing. It can also help the economy. When people have pensions and have more things protecting them for when they retire, then they have more money to go out and spend, and that increases tax revenue in yet another manner, which then benefits everyone again. Along with that, there are several countries worldwide that have tried legalizing it and have been met with great success. European countries such as Greece and Germany have successful prostitution throughout the entire country, and it's legalized, and it's actually beneficial not only to the women engaged in it, but the whole country. Chartspin.com lists several examples of European countries that have had increases in GDP and other measures of general success throughout the whole country after legalizing prostitution. Finally, legalizing prostitution helps eliminate a lot of the social taboo surrounding sex. Right now, it's not something you talk about with your kids, and it's something to be ashamed of or, hide away. And that's unhealthy. Because of this, a lot of people develop dangerous sexual habits or can be overly promiscuous in a way that's detrimental to their own health. If we legalize prostitution, it starts down the road of opening up that conversation with your kids, with your family, with members of the community, to help them know what's safe and what's okay to do and what's not. It eliminates a lot of the myths about sex and really can help our children grow up to be healthier and happier than they were before. Overall, sexual violence is rampant across the country, and a lot of the methods that we've tried thus far haven't been working. So maybe it's time that we consider that the real solution is the legalization of prostitution, because it helps in more ways than just one. Thank you.